Yo, what's up, YouTube? It's J Dean, Dean of Music, and I'm back with another video. And I know a lot of people talk about this album right here, which is a classic. Don't get me wrong. A lot of people love this album. I love this album. One of the greatest rap albums of all time. One of the greatest New York albums of all time. This album feels like it's 30 degrees outside. You got a winter coat on and you got 10 boots on and you going to the bodega. This is what this album feels like. A lot of people love and adore that album, which I respect, I understand that. And a lot of people adore this album as well because of the big song that was on it, which was Quiet Storm. This album is phenomenal as well. One day I'm going to talk about that 3-album run that Mobb Deep did. But to me, I love this album, Hell on Earth. And that's what I'm here to talk about today because I feel like this album doesn't get talked about enough. Feeling godly when I walk through the building. I got it all from the confidence escaping my feeling. It's time to ball. Now I love the Infamous album, but I really it's kind of a similar situation with Nas's Illmatic and Nas's It Was Written. It's kind of like the same situation. Illmatic had a bigger impact, just like Infamous had a bigger impact. So I've heard. I was born in 97. I wasn't alive when those two albums had came out. So I'm not basing any of this off of impact. I'm basing it all off of music. I love the Infamous. I love the Infamous first album, but I really love Hell on Earth. And I just want to go through the songs today because I feel like it doesn't get talked about as much as Infamous or even Murder Music. But I just want to go through the songs today and explain why I feel like that album is up there even with Infamous, or you could say it's better than Infamous, whatever your opinion is. But if you disagree with me, leave a like. I mean, not leave a like, leave a comment if you think that no, I'm tripping, Infamous is way better than Hell on Earth. But to me, the rapping by Prodigy on Hell on Earth is what takes it to that next level for me. I know like the production is just as great as Infamous. I think the production might have been slight better on Infamous because a lot of production that's on Hell on Earth is darker, is more creepy beats. It's just, that's why it's called Hell on Earth. I think not Mobb Deep. I think Havoc said he was going through something personally with like his brother or somebody passing away, and he was just making all of these dark beats. So that it has a completely different tone from Infamous. But the rapping from Prodigy, let's just have a moment of silence for Prodigy. Rest in peace, Prodigy. The rapping from Prodigy is insane on this album. To me, this is his best rapping is on this album. I would argue this album and Murder Music is Prodigy's best rapping. But let's get into the songs, right? Now, this album came out in 1996. It came out 1 year after Infamous, so they was putting in some work. Also, this was still released under Loud Records, just like the first album. But let's talk about the songs. Now, the first song, let me just get this out the way. This is pre-Alchemist coming into the Mobb Deep fold and being like not a part of Mobb Deep, but a part of Mobb Deep in a sense. So all these songs on here are produced by Havoc. Now, let me tell you something. You got a 96 Prodigy sitting in the studio with you. You're making the beat. He's writing his verses either while you making the beat or you already had the beat done or whatever. You're hearing Prodigy rap his verses and you got to write a verse as well after you just made an amazing fire beat. Havoc job, I said this before, Havoc job was insane. He had to make a dope beat and had to keep up with a young prime Prodigy. Salute to Havoc, one of the greatest producers of all time, right? So all of these songs on here are produced by Havoc, all of them. There's no Alchemist yet. First song, Animal Instincts, which features Twin Gambino and Ty Nitty. You know, you could kind of call them like Mobb Deep associates or Infamous associates, as you will. This song is fire. It starts the album off absolutely perfectly. Like I said, Prodigy was just another problem on this album. And what I really liked about Mobb Deep is that they can make a chorus, whether it be Havoc or whether it be Prodigy. It was always a decent or a great chorus coming from them. And then that's the first song, Gas. Second song, Drop a Gem on Them, which is the Tupac disc that they put out before Tupac passed away. If a lot of y'all don't know that, they put it out before Tupac even got shot and passed away. So Tupac heard this record. It's one of the few Tupac disses that he probably actually heard. So salute to them to putting it out But they put it out as a single, and then he passed away. Then they took it off the radio, respectively. Or he got shot and then they took it off the radio or something when they found out he wasn't doing the best, and they took it off the radio. But Drop a Gem on him is fire. And for all the young people that's watching this video, if you haven't heard Drop a Gem on him, it's the same. J. Cole used the same sample on Who the Fuck Is You that Havoc used on Drop a Gem on him. And Prodigy was going in on Pac on this record. Talked about how he was in jail and they was going in. Because the rumor back then was Tupac got sexually assaulted in jail. That was the rumor back then. But they didn't hold any bars going against Tupac. They even said it's probably the best thing that happened, but Prodigy really went in on Tupac. It's a great diss record. It's just a great record in total, but it's also a great diss record that doesn't get talked about enough. So Drop a Gem on them is fire. Bloodsport, I give about an 8 out of 10. I like the song, but it's not one of my favorite songs on the album. Then you got Extortion featuring Method Man. And I feel like Prodigy got the best of Method Man on this record. Even though Method Man in this time period was crazy too. But I feel like Prodigy got the best of Method Man on that record. That's still another fire record, it's another fire record. Then you got More Trife Life, which is a Havoc solo song, believe it or not. And More Trife Life is a story, believe it or not. Havoc did a story on this record because from the first infamous Trife Life has Prodigy and it has Havoc on there, but this song is just Havoc on here. I think it's the only solo song. But More Trife Life is about a story about Havoc. First of all, it was a bunch of bunch of red flags in this story. I'm not talking about like it being a badly written story. I'm talking about the actual story. Like he should have went home. When the woman told him in the story that she was dating this dude, he left or whatever, and then she said Havoc passed him in the hallway downstairs. From New York, it's a lot of project buildings, so you're talking about a project building, but I would say New York City, right? Even New York State. It's project buildings in New York State too. But I would have left in. You not about to tell me I just passed one of your ex downstairs, because now I'm gonna think it's a setup, in which it actually was. It was a setup, and Havoc said something that I stand by to this day, and I hope I say this very clear in the mic. Never go see a bitch. It's the same story that Ice Cube told on Once Upon a Time in the Projects. Havoc did it on this one, More Trife Life. But anyway, the story is Havoc sees somebody he used to deal with. He goes up to her apartment building. He ended up hitting, but it was actually a setup. Dudes kicked in the door, duct taped him, did all this, smacked him upside his face like he said, took his chain, took everything. And the girl was behind it because he saw that she was laughing and plotting with them. And then he called his people up and, but he said everything got sorted out, but long story short, never see a bitch. It's actually a good story. Shout out to Havoc. Another fire record. And then you got Man Down. Big Noyd actually had a good verse on here. Big Noyd be rapping, man. He'd keep up with Prodigy. You know what I'm saying? But it was good rapping on that one. And then you got Can't Get Enough of It. I don't really like Can't Get Enough of It. I don't like the chorus. I don't like the beat at all. So I'm not a big fan of Can't Get Enough of It. But to me, this is after Can't Get Enough of It. This where the album just goes crazy. It just goes crazy after Can't Get Enough of It. Because then you got Nighttime Vultures featuring Raekwon. Raekwon verse, fire. But let's talk about this Prodigy verse. One of my favorite Prodigy verses. And this is why I love this album. Because it's like 4 Prodigy verses on this album. That's my favorite Prodigy verses. And this is one of them. I woke up, what'd he say? Vague last night, now it's all dawning. Look up the scene, drop blood up on my garment. It stained up my guest form and can't live enormous. I hopped up out of my bed, holding my head. Flashbacks, a gunshot shot past my head. I can recall a 3-man brawl, 3-man fall. Bullets flew, had to drug my man behind the wall. Come on, man. So Prodigy got in the storytelling bag on that one. Prodigy versus insane on that record. Nighttime Vultures, I 100% recommend it. It's an amazing record, a 10 out of 10 record. Beat is fire. Havoc went crazy. Raekwon went crazy. Prodigy left Earth, nigga. And then you got God, it's G.O.D. Part 3. And let me tell you something. This is another amazing Prodigy verse. This is actually my second favorite Prodigy verse, next to the first verse on Quiet Storm. This verse is amazing. I'm not going, no, I would actually say this is my third favorite Prodigy verse, because it's another Prodigy verse on this album that's amazing. Godfather Part 3, QBC, Sip Line Bacard T, heavy on the wrist, Q blinks and ice rings, drama we bring. Right now, pay attention to the crime rivals MVP, keeping you niggas in perspective. Mobb, straight representative. Come on, man. I could rap a lot of these verses and just talk about how great these Prodigy verses are, but Godfather Part 3, even Havoc verse is stupid on here. The hook is a great hook on here. It's another amazing record. And you got Get Dealt With, which is fire too. It's only one song on here I don't like so far, but Get Dealt With is also fire. And then you got Hell on Earth, which was a single. And I think Hell on Earth, the actual song Hell on Earth, is the most popular song on the album. And Prodigy has the first verse, Havoc has the second verse, but then Prodigy comes back for a third verse and does like a 32-bar verse, which is crazy. I don't know if he loved that beat so much where he was like, nah, I'm gonna go back in and just go crazy on this last verse. That's why I'm saying Prodigy's rapping on this album was phenomenal. Straight phenomenal, man. It's sad that he kind of toned his style down after Murder Music, because believe it or not, Prodigy was one of the best lyricists in the 90s. In a land full of lyricists at that time, because you kind of had to be a lyricist back then. He was one of the best people, believe it or not. Rest in peace to Prodigy once again, because he went crazy on this whole album. But Hell on Earth, I love that beat. I love the chorus. Hell on Earth, who's next are gonna be first? The projects is frontline. Yo, the enemy is one time. I can't even tell you. It's right in front of your eyes. Havoc knew how to make good verses. I mean, not good verses, but good choruses. Havoc can make a good chorus, and that's why I liked Mobb Deep a lot, because they were great songwriters in the sense of knowing how to structure a verse and structuring a chorus. So another 10 out of 10 record, Hell on Earth. And then you got Give It Up Fast, featuring Big Noi. Big Noi had a dope verse, and then featuring Nas. Now, I feel like Nas got Prodigy on the song that's on Murder Music, which is hold on, what's the name of that song? Which is It's Mine. That's when Nas said silk shirts, what a flirt. I ain't gonna quote it, but that's the verse where Nas said Halle Berry threw a kiss at the Barbra Streisand concert. Nas went crazy on It's Mine, but we're not talking about Murder Music. I get to that album eventually, but I feel like Prodigy had a better verse than Nas on Give It Up Fast. Leave a comment if you disagree. I feel like them two definitely had the best verse, but I feel like this was one of the only times that Prodigy might have got Nas on this record. Hey, sue me. Nas did say, Mobb scooped me up in the trunk. Jewelry Chucky like fuck. I ain't scared to get stuck. So what's the deal, Poppy? Nas did go crazy, but I felt like Prodigy had a better verse. And then you got Still Shining. And this first verse by Prodigy, top 5 verse for me. Top 5 verse for me. I can't even, I love rap so much. I don't know if y'all really could tell. I love rap, and I love when niggas is nice and can make verses that when I finish it, I'll be like, yo, he just went crazy. I love that. Plans to overthrow your whole shit while shaking your hand. He said get your spot took. We rob land like white man. Plans to overthrow your whole shit while shaking your hand. And this is what I loved about Prodigy also. Prodigy was an intellect. And in a lot of his verses, he would give you the medicine with the juice. What does that mean? He'll put a little bit of knowledge in there, surrounded by all the ignorant shit that he's saying. But he giving you a little bit of the knowledge. So he said, we rob land like white man. Plans to take over your whole shit while shaking your hand. On the ladder of success with text, we build and destroy. Still shining, still climbing. Now, let me tell you something. This is my favorite beat on the album. I rap. I might freestyle to this bitch. I ain't gonna lie. But Still Shining, 10 out of 10 record. One of my favorite Mobb Deep songs, period. Amazing record. Amazing verse by Prodigy. Even Havoc verse is crazy on here too. And then you got Apostles Warning, where I always like this record because, one, Prodigy's Prodigy 40 bar verse, I think, is insane again. But Havoc says a line where he says, D-Face, smack the smile off your fucking face. And I just like how he delivered that line. Like he really wanted to smack the smile off of somebody's face. Sometimes it's not about what you say, it's how you say it and how you deliver it. But Apostles Warning, an amazing record too. A great way to end the album, especially with Prodigy having that monstrous verse. It makes you want more, and that's what you want to do for the last song. For the last song, you want to have the audience wanting more. So Prodigy did that with the last verse. But I love this album. Even though it has a darker tone, it doesn't have the standout records like Shook Ones. It doesn't have a standout record like Shook Ones or Quiet Storm, or even, I forgot the song that's on Infamy. But it doesn't have the standout songs like that. But to me, as a project, it's a great project. It has a darker tone to it. So it isn't as open and friendly as Infamous really ain't friendly, but Infamous is more open than, well, I would say Infamous just casts a wider net more than Hell on Earth. Now this album went gold, but I think Infamous is like 2-3 times platinum or something like that. Let me actually check. Yeah, Infamous is platinum. It didn't sell, like Hell on Earth didn't sell as much as Infamous, but it didn't have the singles to match the Infamous singles of Shook Ones. You know what I mean? Shook Ones is a huge record. It's a hip hop anthem. But I love Hell on Earth. Let me know in the comments if you love Hell on Earth. Also, leave a like and please subscribe. I got more videos way in store that I'm going to talk about a lot more albums. But it's been J Dean, Dean of Music. See you next video.